Hello. Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon. Wait a second. I'm not on my channel. This is the Lato Files. I'm on the Lato Files. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream, to the live UAP Society launching. We're live from UFO Disclosure Symposium in Vernal, Utah. We've got Chris Lato. We've got a balloon in Germany. We've got Richard from SkyHub 360. This is a really cool event. We've got a lot of things going on. We're planning to be here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours for you guys. So we're going to be launching NFTs into space. We're going to be talking about how that's going to help hopefully fund some research in the UAP UFO community. We'll talk about how you can get involved in that if that's something you're interested in. And then we'll be hearing from Chris and all of these wonderful folks. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is a really exciting day. We've got a whole bunch of information that dropped today on the debrief. Thanks to Andy, who's over there at the symposium. So let's bring in Chris Lato. Chris,
hey,
live
what's
in
up,
Vernal,
guys?
Utah. He's officially American again.
Back in America. Back on the
in
homeland.
America. Chris, man, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, fantastic, man. I slept in the Denver airport last night. It was a little cold, but it was all good.
In the Denver airport? I heard that's I've been to Denver airport. A lot of people say that's a pretty spooky airport.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
It's chilly. Yeah, I didn't steal a blanket. But yeah, I'm here in Vernal, Utah. This place is awesome. We have tons of activity going on around behind me. There's basically cables and tons of stuff going on. This is Blind Frog Ranch Outpost. And really today we're going to launch the UAP Society. So that is the point today, is the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Society. It is a decentralized project. Okay, we use NFT technology to actually push through the information embargo that we're currently under. Okay, it's been 80 years and we still can't have any disclosure. We're still at the same, we still get receiving the same information, man. If you look at that hearing from last week, it was still kind of the same stuff. Right? So I think we need to change. We need a new way to attack the problem, and we're using Web3 technology. So this is all Web3 technology, and the idea, our mission, is to propel the world to a deeper understanding of the UAP phenomena. Okay, and we do that through Web3, and everything's open source. Our point is open source. We collaborate with anyone that is dedicated to that mission, that actually wants to solve the problem for the betterment of humanity, okay? For humans, okay? We're doing this for humans, not for some other system, not for governments, not for your little drama-related problem or for you. This is for the mission, okay? For the betterment of humanity. So excited to be here. Thanks, Lou, for running this, man. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No, it's a pleasure to be here. So let's dive right in, and we've got a team of people also waiting behind the scenes, and we've got a balloon that we're launching in Germany. But what I want to do at first is sort of set people's minds at ease. I want to because a lot of folks are nervous, because anytime people ask for money in the UFO community, people get nervous and very suspicious. So first of all, I just want to say that I'm partaking in this NFT enterprise. It seems like NFTs in this Web 3.0 that is coming fast, and there's going to be a lot of growing pains, and people are learning literally on the fly. I always recommend that if you're going to invest any money into anything, of course, do your research, do your due diligence. But what is the idea? What's at the core of this idea? How do NFTs help propel research? How is that going to be tangible things? How do we make this very confusing, untangible thing turn into something tangible for society as a whole, like you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of, I guess, fear, like you mentioned, into the NFT technology, right? If you look on TV and the mass media, there's huge issues with it. Okay, there's a lot of scams, there's a lot of cash grabs. But that doesn't impact the underlying technology, okay? The underlying technology is secure. It's more secure than anything we have now, okay? It is more verifiable. We can add trust back into the system, okay? So the NFTs is the glue that actually holds everything together. You don't have to invest in these NFTs. You don't have to purchase them. Actually, we need dedicated UAP researchers. We need dedicated UAP scientists. We need dedicated data analysts, right? We need all those things, and you don't need to put any money in to actually contribute, okay? But the NFTs are the glue that hold it together. Because what's the biggest problem normally is funding. Right? You look at academia, They just can't get the money, right? No matter what. And then
Right.
look in the governments. What is our money actually used for in governments? It's used for research for weapons, right? Because everything ends up being a weapon, essentially, right? Some way that we can give a competitive advantage to our nation at the expense of everyone else's. Okay, it's basically a zero-sum view of the world. It's a zero-sum view of the world. Okay, if I'm gaining, then that means you're losing, and if you're losing, that means I'm gaining, right? But the idea of the NFTs is if we all have an NFT, right? If we're all financially invested in it across the whole world, now if you gain, right? If you gain, I also gain, and if I gain, you also gain. So it's a collective advantage.
Right.
And it's just a new asset class. Basically, people will understand the technology by using it. It's not that difficult. You just need to use it. So, summary: you don't have to invest. Okay, you don't have to. Okay, I'm offering it to the UAP community first. Okay, we haven't advertised it all in the NFT community. Okay, so the NFT community has millions and millions, $40 billion last year of funds just flowing around. And why does it go to all these scam projects? Because there's no real value out there. Real value for these guys to invest in. So that's what we're providing. So we're here, we're serious. We have the scientists. We have Sky 360 program we'll talk through. That's going to be our initial first endeavor. We have Paul Hynek as well. So yeah, we're serious. I know there's a lot of trepidation. That's fine. I would just ask people to just keep an open mind. I'm still putting out UAP videos. Keep an open mind. Just follow along, okay? And then you can always jump in later or however you want to do it. Okay, this is just the first opportunity to put people on the whitelist.
Right. No, that makes sense. But let me ask you this, and then we'll get to the rest of the panel here. What do you see this being? How do you see? I like to sort of label it like a disclosure coin almost, but how do you see this disclosure coin affecting research in say 20 years? Like how, because we look at Ethereum, like you sent me, like I really got an idea of Ethereum the other day when you sent me 0.01 Ethereum and it was $20 in my account. I was like, Jesus, that's crazy. 1 cent is equivalent to $20 in this cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So how do you
and it was
see
immediate
this,
too, right? It went right
immediate, right? So how do you see this directly affecting research and the things like what do you see in 20 years with this?
I see the underlying technology is going to really revolutionize everything how we interact. I think it's when we call Web 3, it's basically the next stage of the internet. Okay, Web 1 was dial up, basically text only. Back in the 90s with the telephone router, you just get one way information. So Web 2 is basically what we're at right now, right? So I'm talking to you, I'm talking to all these thousands of people around, or at least they're listening, but it goes up through a server, right? It goes up to YouTube servers, and then it comes back down. Okay, there's still this intermediary, right? And they can put in censorship, okay? Or governments can put in censorship. There's a way to censor that so that we aren't actually communicating absolute, okay? Web 3 now, through decentralized technologies, such as NFTs, just one branch of this. Now I can communicate direct to you, right? I sent that Ethereum right to you, right to your account. It took like a minute, and no one else was involved. Okay, there was no people, there's no humans involved in me sending that to you. There's no banks. Okay, what you have is the computers on the network verifying it, and that's where you're paying with that gas. That's a high transaction cost. When everyone, they complain about crypto, saying that it uses all this power. What they're not realizing is that power is exactly the thing we need to verify the network, right? They're using that power. Now there is changing. They're going to proof of stake. Okay, proof of stake is a new way of consensus checking, of a consensus algorithm. Right now we use proof of work, at least Bitcoin's proof of work and Ethereum's proof of work. So it should get better in the future.
We'll dive into that in a couple minutes, but right now we've got Christian, I believe, right, who's out in Germany, who's launching our first balloon, and he's ready to go. So let's go ahead, Chris. If you could introduce Christian and sort of what we're doing here in Germany, and then we'll let Christian take over as far as the launch of the balloon.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is from outside of Hamburg, Germany. Okay. This is all live. Everybody, welcome. Come on in. Sit down. This is all live. This is a weather balloon we're going to send to space from Hamburg, Germany. Okay. That actually has a USB of all of our NFTs. The HD images, we haven't released this before. All of those HD images are in that payload, so that all of our NFTs are going to go up to 120,000 feet. So Christian, he's a member of Sky 360. We have Richard Hoff here. He'll talk in 1 second. There you go. So this is Richard Hoff. He's the founder of sky360.org. He is our partner in crime on this. Go ahead, Richard. How you doing?
Hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's tremendous things go happening at the same time. So one launch in Germany and one launch in Utah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, and this point is to highlight it's global. Okay. Our UAP Society is a global community. Okay, so you kind of asked, Lou, how will it affect? How will it change the future of research? Is now it doesn't have to go through, the Harvard review process to see if it's going to get funded. Okay, it doesn't have to go through some government, panel to decide that they're actually going to decide that UAP research should be focused on, should be researched. Now it could be someone in India, someone in South Africa. Anyone around the world can say, we want to do this research project. And now as a community, we can vote. If you have an NFT, you can vote. And now that research will ultimately get funded through royalties paid on the NFTs. So NFTs is the funding mechanism and the voting mechanism is how we use it. So yeah, back to you, Richard, if you can describe this launch and what Christian's put in the payload.
So the launch in Germany will take place in a couple of minutes. They have a little bit of strong winds going to the east. Yeah, the payload can be up to 1,800 grams, so 1.8 kilograms. As Chris already mentioned, there's a lot of payload in it that goes up several thousand meters.
Can you talk about the payload? So what's in the payload?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff inside. So there are stickers inside, there are NFTs inside, there are badges inside, there's even a unicorn inside, a lot of things inside.
What about the cameras? I guess we had, how many cameras are on that balloon?
There are two cameras, one facing horizontal and one facing top down. But this stream will be recorded so we can get the stream afterwards. So no live stream from the balloon from Germany, but we will see this from Utah.
And a major objective of this balloon, actually, the main objective of this balloon launch, these dual balloon launches, is to accelerate the development of this system, okay? So this is Sky 360 system. This is the enclosures that you guys have worked on the last year plus on this.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, do you want to describe basically this enclosure?
Yeah, so it's basically a ground station for anyone to build up by themselves. It comprises a lot of cameras, even a Pentil zoom mini telescope with 40 times zoom capability. So, and the thing is, it scans the hemisphere 24/7, yeah, and exactly. And on any event that happens, the tripod goes in motion and tracks the events. So the idea is, whatever is there and unrecognizable, unclassifiable, which is an unknown, we track it and record it. And most important, the final goal is to have a worldwide network of such stations. So we fathom a system of 150,000 stations worldwide.
150,000 stations. Yeah, so these, and can you explain how the stations work? So say someone wants to get involved in this, how would they get involved with Sky 360?
Well, can we wait before we do that? I just want to jump in real quick here,
Sure.
Because I know that there's a window for Christian to launch this balloon, and I think it's right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it over to Christian. Christian, if you're ready to launch, we're ready for you to go for it.
Yeah, we are ready to launch. I give the signal so they can my buddies here can launch, and then we may switch to the telescope camera. You see the green dot on the balloon. This one is where the camera is from the telescope is pointing to, and the balloon has to take some height so we can focus on the balloon and try to track it as long as possible.
Okay, so if you're ready, we could do a 10-second countdown whenever you're ready, Christian.
Yeah. So they just untangle the parachute. I think they are ready to go any minute. This is a live launch from Hamburg, Germany. It's going to go up to 120,000 feet.
It's going to have a laser pointed on it so we can track it with a telescope on the ground.
Okay, they're ready and they will launch any.
Okay, well, let's do a countdown. Everybody here ready? We're going to start a launch countdown. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, launch.
Go.
Launch.
Excellent. Obviously, we are not NASA, so the launch wasn't exact.
There it goes.
I think we were close enough. And we've also, just so everybody knows, we've got a sort of a live stream of this launch, and this is the balloon right here.
That's the track. Can
That's
we
the
go
track.
back to the main launch balloon? Okay, you got the telescope.
Yeah.
See.
Oh yeah. Let's get the telescope.
This
view
is
in
the
here.
telescope view.
Oh, cool.
Nein, ist noch nicht scharf.
Yeah, this is what Mick West says. Everything I look at is, it's always a weather balloon. So here you go, guys. Does this look like all the UAPs you've seen?
Okay.
Oh, he's tracking it.
Tracking.
No, we lost the tracking, but okay. See what are we seeing now?
Can you see it in there? Can you guys still see I can see the balloon, right?
Yeah.
You can see it in there. UAP right there.
Yeah. Yeah, film it and send it to Mick.
I wonder if he's watching.
He might be. Usually if we mention his name, he'll say something in the chat. Mick, if you're here, say hello. But we do
So
have
how
a lot
high
of
is it
people in
going?
the chat.
Do we have the data?
Let's see here. All I've got is this. It hasn't updated yet.
Let's see. They're setting up at the station there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the sky360.org. So Richard, if someone wants to get involved with this, how do they join? How do they help?
So yeah, that's rather easy. You go to sky360.org. There you find all the channels.
Mach ich doch schon. Ist schon.
Christian, you're jumping in.
Pardon? I have to do some adjustments on the balloon cam. Okay. What was the question?
Go ahead. So the question from you, Chris, is so go to sky360.org, find your way through the website, which is straightforward. You read top down and you find all the channels, and go to Discord, where also the UAP Society and sky360.org are next to each other's. We share more or less the same community, and you will find people there, stationers, developers, people who have ideas, people who tinker around, all people looking for technology for tracking and recording UAPs.
Excellent. Yeah, we're close partners, so you can help them, you can help us. Again, we're collaborating. Okay, so
true.
We help each other. That's how it works. Christian, what do you have, man? You have any tracking on this thing?
No, not at the moment. It got up very high very quickly, and now we can't pinpoint it anymore. And we lost the tracking with the telescope. Yeah.
Well, it's quite close, right? So it must be tough to catch it with a telescope up close.
It was very, very quick up, and maybe we can do a sweep and find it later, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
If it's getting further away, then it's slowing down for the telescope, and maybe we can find it, and then I'll patch in.
Do you have the tracking screen? Can you show where it is?
Lou, do you want to do that, or shall I do it?
I've got it right here. I've got it right here.
Okay, cool.
There you go. That's so far where it is.
Oh yeah. You can see it.
Okay, so the winds are from the west, huh?
Yes.
Cool. And have they already left then? I guess they already left to go try and find it in a vehicle?
They're almost done. They are loading up their vehicles so they can drive in. I think in any minute, maybe 2 to 5.
How long?
Okay.
Somebody in the chat is asking, how long will it be airborne? Paranormal. Pixie, thank you for the question.
For 2 to 3 hours. Suggested is a flight time of 3 hours, and estimated distance will be around 200 to 220 kilometers.
Wow. So it'll take you quite a while to get it.
Yes.
That's cool.
Well, excellent. Why don't we, we'll check back in with you guys periodically as this goes on. So why don't we come back to here and check out our balloon operations? What's going on out there?
Let's do it.
We can swap. So we'll swap off of me.
I'll swap you here. And we'll let...
we'll change here, Lou.
Yeah. We'll mute... I guess we'll just mute Christian for right now, or do we want to leave everybody on screen? How do you want to do that, Chris?
Yeah, that's fine. However you want to roll it.
Okay,
Works.
cool. Yeah, we'll just, because it's a little windy where Christian is, so I'll just mute your mic. But if Christian, you got something to add or say, just give us a little hand signal and we'll pop you in there. But okay, so tell us. So we're launching 2 balloons. So what's going on with the second balloon?
Exactly. So this is from Vernal. So we're launching from Vernal. This time we have a camera actually looking down, a phone camera. So we will have a live stream from the balloon. So Alexei's been putting this out here. We also have some additional science from Jim Segala. So Jim Segala, I think, is out there with the balloon, but maybe we can grab him and get just a quick interview on what he has inside the payload. Okay, yeah, here they go. So that's it, right? It's filled with helium. We have 6,000 liters of helium, which is unfortunately on a shortage right now. So Alexei basically had to buy 16 of those canisters and then drive it up in his pickup truck. So it's 6,000 liters. If it should take around that much to fill that balloon, right? Until it's full, and then the size there, it will actually expand out to 36 feet across, which is the size of a house essentially. And so we will have a camera actually pointed up as well in the payload, and it will see the balloon blow up, hopefully. Now that data, all those cameras, all that footage, we will have to go and recover. Right, so hopefully we recover this thing. We put a bunch of stickers on it saying, return to UAP Society with Alexei's phone number in there. But
whose phone
basically,
is it? Who sacrificed their phone?
It's Alexei's old phone.
Okay.
Yeah, he threw it in there on a hotspot.
Cool.
There he is. So you can hear us. How's it going, Alexei? All good?
Yeah.
Okay, how much is in there right now? Maybe it looks like a third of it. So about half? Okay.
Right on.
There's Carl the Crusher.
Yeah, well, I'm excited
Where's
for Carl.
Jim Segala? Where's Jim Segala? Can I get you to come inside? We can do a little, oh, you look busy, actually.
He's holding the balloon,
I can go out there, actually. Yeah, let me come out there. See how this...
Yeah, see how this works. All right. Well, in the meantime, I mean, everyone in the audience seems pretty stoked about it. Sorry if I'm trying to answer you guys' questions as they come in, but there's a lot of you guys in here, so they're moving quickly. But if you do have a question for anyone, please put it in all caps, and we'll try to answer it as best we can. I want to say thank you to Rendell Graham for the $2 donation. Really appreciate it. And Steven with a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you guys for the donation to the Lato files. Truly appreciate it. So as they're going out there, let's see how this sound works. Hopefully it picks up properly. We'll be able to hear them. Let's.
Yeah, it looks like special gloves, right? You guys are wearing special gloves. What's that for?
Oh, I love it.
The balloon and kill it before it's time. Oils gets on it.
Yeah, I guess the oils from your skin can ruin the balloon. Like I said, it stretches out to 36 feet across. It's quite big if you think about it. 41 feet. Okay, 41 feet. We got Carl the Crusher here.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Chris, can you hear me? I seem to have Christian or Richard. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Seems like we had a technical issue there. I popped out of the stream for some reason. It cut my feed.
Yeah, mine too.
I think that if anybody could get out to Chris and tell him that his audio is not working anymore. And we'll see if we can get that fixed. Oh, here's Utah here. I mean, that could be why we didn't hear them.
Ah, okay. He's on the phone, so you can call him.
Yeah, can you guys, Lou, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you guys outside now.
Yeah, video stream is broken.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Alexei, there he is, looking so tough and strapping.
So how long do you think until
helium? It's 80% helium, right?
Yes, sir. 80%. It's like the quality. Basically, we got to work with what we got, and there's a helium shortage going on across the country, and this is the best type of helium we could get. So it's 80% or better.
Or better. We're hoping for better.
We're hoping for 95% helium, but at minimum 80% helium. Yeah. So we want to put in 6,500 liters instead of the typical 4,000.
So it should go up quite fast, right?
I'm hoping it goes up like a rocket.
Okay, cool. So we're going to launch UAP Society like a rocket. I like it.
Yep.
And I've thought about helium. You know, this gas will be going up into space and then expanding. So helium isn't basically not toxic gas, right? It's not going to be bad for the environment. Is that correct?
I don't think it's a greenhouse gas. So I think we're good on that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we should be good. Yeah.
Excellent. Yep. Cool. And then can we look at the payload? Can we see what's inside or?
The payload's inside the inside right now.
Okay.
So Jim's going to grab that in a little bit. So maybe when he does that, you guys can go check it out together.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right. We'll leave you to your business here.
Awesome.
We'll be back. Thanks, Alexei. Alexei's done pretty much 90%, 95% of the work on this balloon launch here in Vernal. So thank you, Alexei.
Yeah, people don't know. Alexei drove all the way from Tampa, Florida to Vernal, Utah and picked up these canisters on the way, I think, didn't he?
Was that Paul Hynek?
Okay. Okay, we'll come back inside. How's it going with Germany?
Germany, we lost contact with Germany. I think we're trying to get back in touch with them now. So we'll see. But I still have a track of the balloon. The balloon's moving pretty good. Let me share that with you guys here. I lost the feed and I got kicked out of StreamYard, so I had to log back in. But here's the balloon so far. It's almost over Whistleberg.
Oh, that thing's moving, huh?
It's
That is
moving.
quick.
Yeah.
Does it tell you the altitude?
Let me see. It says yes, it does. So the latitude, longitude. So it's at 11,945.5 feet right now.
Is that feet or meters?
Feet.
Okay, feet. 11,000 feet. Okay, so it's not going so fast. It's slower than a fighter.
Well, it says that it's stationary right now. So, but I mean,
Okay,
it
11,000
feels like
feet.
it's moving.
Cool. Why don't we do some interviews here in the crowd? Anybody want
Let's
to?
do it.
How are we doing? Go over here. I'll interrupt these guys talking.
Yes. So yeah. Well, who do you got first? Do we have any organizers for the event? Maybe we can.
You want to be on live?
Yeah, Chris, I'm okay.
Cool. All right. Where are you from?
Well, right now, Greater Phoenix, specifically Fountain Hills.
Cool. So what brings you to the UFO Disclosure Symposium and this UAP Society launch?
Well, I'm partners with Gordon, and we are we're the UFO Mega.
The mega.
The
Good.
MegaCon, yeah.
So you are the big man behind this whole thing. Or the big people.
No, we are seekers of truth, like everyone else that's here.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, thank you for putting this whole thing on and for letting UAP Society actually launch this balloon into space. So, and all the support. I mean, Clovis, the mustache power has been just amazing. So
Let me take a moment to make make sure that I'm clear on what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Let me emphasize this, and you tell me if I'm wrong. The idea is to launch these balloons. They take a fairly long time to ascend. They take a fairly long amount of time to descend. All of the time on the ascent, all of the time on the descent, we're filming the skies.
Yes.
And it is just absolutely inevitable that you're going to see some of our visitors.
Cool.
And this is the purpose.
Excellent.
Am I right?
It is.
God bless you.
Yes. Thank you.
Brilliant idea. You're a brilliant man. You're in my heart for being willing to look for this truth and to document this truth for the world.
Thank you, sir.
Bless you.
No, thank you. Yeah.
So who,
Thank you very much.
wait, what's his name, Chris? Who is that we're talking to there?
I'm Bob.
Hey, Bob. Well, say hi to the internet, Bob.
Hi. Hello, Internet.
That was such a
Hi,
sweet
Bob.
thing to say. So Bob, can I ask you what got you interested in the topic of UFOs and so passionate about it in the way that you are?
How many days do you have?
Oh my God, for you, Bob?
We have,
Limitless.
look, my interest truly began at 9 years old. At the age of 9 years old, I was told by a dear family friend, a man who had changed my father's life for the better, made my father a changed human being over a year's period of time. I so respected this man. Out of the blue, when I'm 9 years old, he said, Bob, there's 2 books you have to read. They're going to set the foundation for your life. Well, if this man had told me to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, I would have considered it because I respected him that much. I got the books, I read them, and they gave me the foundation for my life's journey.
What are the books?
Yeah, what are the books?
Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, and There Is a River, the first biography of Edgar Cayce. Now, at first, it may seem a little bit, wait a second, how do these 2 books even fit together? But believe me, Chris, they fit like a hand in a glove. They acknowledge the fact that the universe is infinite. They both acknowledge the fact that there is teeming life throughout it. They acknowledge much of the fact of how we function and work as the human species, how we fit into this, our purpose, our mechanisms.
Excellent.
Incredible foundational work for my life's journey.
I mean, I agree with all of those statements. You know, I think
And
we
they-
know so little. You know,
They
we know
both
so little.
They both acknowledge God. Yogananda's purpose was to find the commonality between Hindu and Christian religion. Cayce was a fundamentalist Christian with his upbringing, but he happened to be able to go to sleep and be able to access the Akashic records and give the true life stories and the true information that any particular person needed for any issues in their current lifetime. And he's legion with his readings and with his information.
Excellent.
And you fit the 2 of them together and you begin to get the picture for how it all works.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Bob. Man. Thank you so much. Thanks
You're
for
right.
setting this up.
I think we do
And-
need a couple days with Bob. I'd be willing to sit down with Bob for a couple days and talk about everything.
Excellent. So
Thank you, Bob.
let's ask.
All right.
We have our radio.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to come up? Huh?
Well, do we have the organizers? Do we have the organizers of the event there, Chris? 'Cause
They're
I'd love to
running
talk to them.
around with their hair on fire.
Yeah.
Already brought Carl over. Come on up. Come on up. Hi, sir. What's your name?
Gordon.
Gordon. Hi, Gordon.
Hi, hi.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Well, and Bob and I are the ones that are the mega UFO conference, and
Excellent.
we're the ones that have supported putting this together.
So what made you decide to support this, you know, to put the symposium on?
Information needs to get out one way or the other, so we just keep trying.
And the debrief article went out this morning. So have you seen the actual any data on the video we're going to release?
No, I have not.
The Apache video.
Yeah, yeah.
It really is good. I think everyone's going to be pretty surprised by this. I think it shows without a doubt advanced maneuvering.
Right.
I think it's awesome. Yeah, along with other along with 3 other videos that have already been released, and everything else. You know, Travis Taylor and everyone else involved. So
That would be great.
yeah. So you from Phoenix?
Phoenix area, yeah. And you traveled all night to get here, and you look pretty good.
You know, I don't feel that bad. You know, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I feel okay. Yeah, it's exciting. Very exciting to be here. So
Thanks for coming.
yeah, thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Gordon.
Hey, Chris,
Excellent.
we got 2 donations from the crowd here. One from Deborah Strayer, who says, "Good
Deborah,
luck.
thank you.
You're all doing great job. Uganda has insight, very appropriate here." And then we had another $20 super sticker from James Carpenter, just saying, I don't know what it says, but I'm sure it's positive.
Awesome. Thank you, James. Thanks, Deborah.
Yeah, and then a couple other ones. One from Inrix CG. All of our love and best wishes from Spain, and one from Steven, another super sticker, and one from Randall Graham. Just sending you guys all the love over there.
Oh, Randall
yeah.
Graham. Hey, how's it going, man?
But yeah, so what? Let's talk about the video that the debrief put out this morning. I just talked to Christopher Plain on my channel for 2 hours
2
about
hours. Okay.
the whole, you know, how we got from the video from the DHS to Andy to the debrief, and I think it's a pretty fun video. I can't wait to see what this symposium also puts out on top of that, because according to Christopher Plain, there's a lot more scientific analyzation and videos coming from this symposium in particular that'll hopefully add even more insight into what's going on in these videos. But I'm curious, I read the article and I know you did a little breakdown of it. How did you determine the distance of the vehicle? Or is that just an estimate?
Yeah, that's an estimate. So basically, I just show if it is at that distance away, if the object's that far away, then it'll be traveling at that speed, you know, which I assess is quite fast. So quite fast. So I don't know what all has been released, but basically I overlaid the actual the event onto Google Earth because we know the actual location, and then I could cross-reference basically the mountains, so you can see actually where they're looking, right? Because it's a helmet-mounted display really that you're looking at, and time it, right? So you can just you just time it. If it goes that far in that amount of time, it's going that fast. So if it's 1 mile away, it's already going well over supersonic, right? Yeah. That's only 1 mile, and I think it's quite a bit further. It looks further than a mile to me. So I made that the minimum.
The minimum, right? Well, what I found and this is something we discussed a couple of weeks ago when it comes to the gimbal. Hey, if it's even farther away, that means the objects are bigger and they're moving even faster. So I like that you just started at a mile. Even at just a mile, it's moving at, I think you said 0.128 Mach. So
1.28.
Yeah.
Yeah, well past. Yeah, that's well past supersonic.
And so as from you use the fly F-16s, right? So
yes.
The maneuvers that it does in that short time frame of the video, do you know of any other vehicles that could maneuver? If let's say your math is right and these things are moving at 1.28 Mach or even faster, do we have vehicles that can maneuver in that fashion doing that speed and then continue on their sort of trajectory that they were on before?
No.
Oh my God. I love when you get into the moments like this where you're like, yeah, no, absolutely not.
Well, no sonic boom as well, right? So anything that travels through the air that we know of travels through the air faster than the speed of sound, it builds up a shockwave, right? And because sound's trying to get away from the front of it, but it can't because you're going as fast as the sound is moving. Right. So you have this big shockwave buildup. And basically that shockwave is what you hear, is that sonic boom, right? That can knock out windows. It's very noticeable, right? Even from a small thing. Bullets go supersonic, right? Bullets are supersonic, and they're louder for it, right? Bullets. One reason they're so loud is because you're hearing a supersonic blast. Actually, when a bullet shoots, you're hearing it go supersonic, but it's small, right? It's small. If you have a plane like an F-22 goes supersonic, now you can cause problems, or F-4 can knock roofs off, et cetera. So it does matter the size of the object, but we should still be hearing something. You should hear at least a gunshot. I mean, based on what it looks like, the size.
So that's a great point, and that's something nobody brought up in the article was if these things are moving at 1.28, then we probably should have caught some sort of sonic boom in the video as well, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. I don't want to give away everything. We're doing the symposium.
Yeah. All right.
All of the analysis they paid for me to come. So all those things. You bring up great points, man. But the video it's either fake, which I don't think it is based on the provenance.
Yeah, where it comes from, right?
Or it's anomalous and shows advanced maneuvering. I don't really know. I don't see anything really in between those two options.
Well, I think you know how the UFO community is, right? They see a video like this, half of them are like, "Oh, what is this? Lights in the sky?" And the thing with this video in particular, especially with the debrief article that accompanies it, is it just goes through the whole gamut of how we got this video and who released it. So it lends to the credibility of what we're looking at. But from a pilot's perspective, do you think one of the biggest sort of naysaying things out there is that this could be bugs? People love using that as sort of the excuse. But if this is bugs, tell us why it's not, if you can.
I mean, you can tell by actually looking at this one, right? And you listen. If you listen to the communication, have you guys listened to the communication?
Yes.
Okay,
that's what I point to as sort of like why it's not bugs. Because if it was bugs, they wouldn't be talking about it.
Exactly. Yeah, and bugs, they don't light up at night like that. Because this is later at night. It's it's dark. So, or what kind of bugs are you looking at? They got to be hit by some sort of light source, right, to be showing up. So, it's going to be funny when these people try and walk behind me.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. All right. I thought they were walking behind me. Okay. Yeah. So I think, he basically says, do you see those F-16 or are those fast moving jets up there? And then the instructor says, probably. I don't know if he actually looked up there, but.
Well, I heard one of the pilots go, yeah, I'm not even looking at it. Like he wanted nothing to do with it.
He was flying, actually. If you look, he's actually, he's taxiing.
Concentrating. Yeah.
He taxi by flying. It's funny. So you see him, he actually takes off and he's focusing on flying.
So it's the co-pilot really that we're looking at.
Yeah, he's basically the student. So he tracks it, and I think it is. It's anomalous. It's the orbs. So I think it's pretty good, actually. Yeah. It's legit.
Well, what do you think? I'm curious to know what you think Mick West will come at this with.
I don't know. I'm curious. He's a smart dude, man. He comes up with really good stuff, and I appreciate it. I hope he comes up with something we can
argue about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need the red forces, right? We need that. We need somebody to come in and say, no, you need it. Otherwise, we can just go down groupthink, right? Groupthink is a huge problem. We can just do groupthink and not hear any opposing views. So
and if these are birds and they're a mile away, holy cow, they're massive. They're massive birds. Like I'd love to see these birds up close and personal.
You could say they're birds closer, right? They could be closer somehow. But then again, why are they radiating? Why they don't fly like birds? Birds. You're going to see some sort of motion like up and down. Okay, so it's a crazy video. So, and we have more stuff here for the symposium. So just.
Hold on to your butts, so to speak.
Cool. I guess we can go outside, see how they're doing, or go back to Germany.
Real quick before we do that, Geezer Prime says for $20 donation says, "Great effort, Chris. Represent." So he's very excited for you. And then there is another one here from Shane Frakes who says, "Sitting 20 feet from Chris as he speaks. How meta is that?"
Awesome, man. Shane. What's up, man? You want to
love it. Oh, okay. Mick West is in the house. Mick says,
Mick West is here. Awesome, man. 300 feet away. Where are you?
300 feet. What if the objects are 300 feet away?
Yes, that would be different then. It would be divided by math in public. 5.
Yeah.
No, much less. Really awesome. We'll look at it, Mick.
Well, well, we've got plenty of time to determine how far away it is. But who is that standing next to you?
My name is Shane Frakes.
Shane Frakes, this guy.
That's me.
Thanks for the super chat, man. Thanks. Thank you in person. Yeah, cool. Where are you from? Just say.
Washington State.
Cool. Thanks for coming out, man. Thank you.
And then you got Larry Booz with a $20 donation who says nothing. Next time you donate $20, man, say hi at least.
Excellent.
Thank you for the donation, Larry. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Larry.
So real quick, we don't have Shane. Mick West is in the live chat.
Cool.
Chris and Lou, that's so funny. He's like, right, dude, you don't have to put $20 and tell us you're standing right there.
I'm curious to see what you come up with, Mick. I want to see it.
I can't wait for to see what Mick comes up with, because I always look forward to his breakdowns. And yeah, I hope this spurs more discussion on both sides. That's for sure.
Cool.
Real quick, I want to say I've lost Germany. They have not come back at all yet. I don't know where they're at. So I don't know if somebody maybe wants to get on the horn with them and see where they're at.
Okay.
I'll mute you, Richard, if you're going to call them, and then let's go outside and see what's happening there. If that's where you want to turn to next. How far away are we from this balloon launch?
That's
balloon 2.
We are. They said they have a 15-minute delay.
Closer.
What's the delay for? Just curious. So it's filling slower than they expected.
Okay. Well, that looks a lot more full than the last time we were looking at it.
We're about 25 minutes out. We have time then to. We have one of our ambassadors here for the UAP Society.
Let's do it.
Paul Hynek.
Paul Hynek.
Paul Hynek is here.
Son of the late J Allen Hynek.
That's it.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
It's nice to meet you. Although I'm not there, but thank you for being there and here.
It's an honor to be here at the conference, or the symposium, because that's even fancier than a conference.
There you go.
UAP Society.
Excellent. Yeah, so, Paul Hynek actually was our first ambassador, really, because he got the NFTs. I think he really understands it, and the UAP. He has both angles. So he was like the perfect guy to say, will you come on and at least advise us, be an ambassador for the program, for the project?
Happy to, because there's more of a natural kinship between the crypto blockchain community and the UFO community than a lot of people realize. So I think what Chris and I are doing is helpful to sort of unite these two camps, because there really is an underlying kinship that I think we can explore and make everybody's lives better.
Yeah, I guess at the beginning of the show here, Lou mentioned
Okay.
a lot of people have trepidation really with NFTs. I released a video yesterday because people were asking me, how do I do this? How do I sign up? So I just made a video, and I just get tons of negative comments calling me a scumbag. So can you, I guess, speak to those people that called me a scumbag for trying to steal money and run? Why am I doing this? What do you think?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was a little bit drunk. I got carried away, Chris. Well, I think, so not to delve too much into my presentation tomorrow, but crypto, people get hung up on NFTs and 8-bit art and Bitcoin and price volatility and all that. But the underlying substrate for crypto is decentralization. That governments, who here thinks that our government properly represents your interests? Okay, I got snickers and cat calls to that. Okay, so I think we're of like mind. And I think you're probably interpreting that overall, but especially through a UFO lens, right? The government's got a bunch of stuff. We don't know what they have. We don't know what they'll say. It's the same thing with blockchain, because the government has had this improper monopoly on money and they're abusing it. You've heard about printing trillions of dollars, right? Is that going to end well? No, or they just print trillions of dollars every day and we wouldn't have to pay taxes. So there's a big piper to be paid here before long, and that's going to be us. And crypto is about decentralization, about individuals, not anarchy, but about individuals regaining their sovereignty, right? And not being coordinated and led around by a bad acting centralized force known as the US government or any other government. So that's the angle I approach this from. And NFTs are part of crypto. And what you've heard, what many of us have heard that aren't really in the crypto community, is this kind of crazy things going on, price speculation, but they're actually going to be the foundation for most finance and economy going forward. And so it's a natural bridge that Chris is building between the UFO community and crypto with NFTs.
Excellent. Yeah, you mentioned decentralized blockchain technology.
Mhm.
And we've talked a little bit about maybe how we can store some of these UAP files or data, critical
Yeah.
data, using blockchain technology.
That's
What do you think about that?
So that's another interest of mine, is that, blockchain is just a distributed ledger that nobody can mess with. No government can put their scale on. Nobody can delete files from. It's out there. It's in the public record, and it belongs to the public. That's what a blockchain is. It's just a distributed database. And, I work with MUFON and Center for UFO Studies and all kinds of UFO groups. Unfortunately, in civilian life, a lot of the UFO groups have developed the same kind of silos that we complain about inside the government. And I want to sort of bridge between the different entities and have this data released and combined. So a blockchain, forget about whatever, it doesn't need to have any currency or NFTs or anything, is just the natural repository for citizens' information about UFOs that nobody can change or take away or pull down or give you goofy Freedom of Information Act reports that have every other word or every word but the and of blacked out. I think a lot of you have seen that. So blockchain is the perfect way for us to wrest control of the information that we know is out there. Because this symposium is all about disclosure. At this point, I don't give a rat's, or I don't care. Okay, I can. I got the green light from Chris. I don't give a rat's ass what the government says or does. I've been led around, all of our lives, and I'm tired of that. It's time for us to do what we can to analyze videos, to send up balloons, to do research, and to do it on our own. And that's why crypto and UFOs are natural blood brothers.
Excellent. Yeah.
Well, Paul, what would your dad think about?
Oh, right.
This is me
Voice
on the
of
internet.
God.
Yeah. This is me on the internet. What do you think your dad would think of this initiative?
I think he would think it's awesome, and he would be out there right now helping fill up the balloon because he's a very hands-on guy. It's these kind of things because, my father tasted the bitter fruit of government deception perhaps more than anybody else. So he liked, also before, he was an astrophysicist, and UFOs were kind of a side hustle for him. He set up observatories around the world in the 50s to track what would become known as artificial satellites, and created the first international citizen science teams around the world to monitor these observatories for satellites. So he was very big on citizens banding together and doing research themselves because he was very data driven. So I think he would think this is awesome, and that for one of the few days he'd actually be proud of me for being here.
Nice.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Because you stepped up.
It sounds like you were a Hellraiser, Paul. Were you a Hellraiser as a child?
I was the angel of the family.
Oh boy. Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Addled brain view.
It's true though, because everyone wants the information, right? Everybody wants the information, but when we go and ask, they don't want to share.
Right.
They don't want to share their information,
Yeah.
but they want everybody else's information. But that's not how it works.
Yeah, and there's several reasons for that. And I'm trying to get the missing 12,000 app profiles too. But people who have information have put in blood, sweat, and tears to collect it. So they feel this sense, not of proprietary ownership, but of pride for having collected that. It's their baby. So they're a little bit hesitant because they don't know what people will do. But also then you've got sort of logistical coding hurdles that they haven't collected the same attributes as maybe APRO or NICAP or Center for UFO Studies. So it's not easy. You just don't put them all in the same bucket. Some of them are written, so we're actually helping some of them digitize their files, but it's not always immediately apparent how to put them together and to have files that are collected in different era by different people with different biases and different tags in the collection to get that data to meld together. So people just get a little bit skittish about that sometimes.
And so one initiative I would like to do, hopefully this year and as soon as possible, would be using some of this. You mentioned this database, putting it on Filecoin, some sort of distributed ledger using blockchain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Arweave is a great cryptocurrency coin where you have forever storage. You pay one fee. I'm not affiliated in any way, don't have any of the coins, but it's a great project that allows for you to have permanent storage of data. So like Filecoin, they're both natural partners for a international citizen UFO database blockchain.
Excellent. Yeah, all open source, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
blockchain has to be open source, essentially, right? I mean, the ledger.
It doesn't, but it's sort of, the more you move away from open source, the more you sort of erode one of the basic promises and features of blockchain of being distributed.
Excellent. Yeah, the transparent. I think of it as you're moving the uncorruptible bubble out, right? The transparent bubble out, to where really when we go to have research, to pay researchers, that's where we can have issues with any sort of corruption. It's a nice hat that went by.
Hey.
The final point, Paul.
Yeah, first of all, I love that name, Uncorruptible Bubble. Sounds like a great name for a bar in town.
Yeah, kind of went off script there. You mentioned there's
the kind of place you'd see Charlie at, the Uncorruptible Bubble.
I was thinking of just pulling Charlie up here. He looks like a character.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we had one more question. Okay, he's coming up. One other question. You mentioned your father created the Invisible College, and I remember when we first talked about this. When I asked you, if you're interested, you brought up something with the Invisible College and maybe something different. What did you say?
Yeah, so my father and Jacques Vallée had a term called the Invisible College, which referred to scientists around the world who feared public ridicule and scorn. And remember, back in these days, they weren't even UFOs yet. Now they're UAPs. They got all dressed up for the prom. But before that, there were UFOs. Before that, they were flying saucers. And, I remember my father thought long and hard about getting involved with UFOs because that wasn't really the fast track to tenure in academia. See, there you go. So they coined the term Invisible College for people who privately were very supportive of efforts that my father and others made to bring this evidence to light, to help move the needle of the public conversation, to make it easier for people to talk about it. I don't know if Tim is here now, but I talked to a guy this morning who said that he felt my father gave him that oomph or that ability, that comfort to talk more about something very traumatic that happened to him. So that was the Invisible College. And I've got a great letter I'll show tomorrow from one of the members of the Invisible College. And then as we've been talking with this open source blockchain project, to me, it seemed like a visible college.
That's what you said. It's a visible college. That was so powerful for me. Awesome. I mean, I think that really outlines it perfectly. So thank you, Paul. Thank you for having the courage, man, to come out and do the NFTs and the UAPs. And
yeah, sure.
Awesome. It was our first. So thank you.
I love how you
Charlie.
I got to say, I love how Paul explained all of that, the blockchain and how it works and why it's integral. Because again, like we were talking about this the other day, Chris, when Web 1.0 was first introduced to the world, people were making fun of it. They're like, what is this email? Like, what's the point of it? How is that going to be useful? People couldn't envision what the future would look like with email. And they, of course it's like, nah, thanks. I'll send a letter, or I got a fax machine, buddy. Thanks. Don't need your email. A little too fancy for me. But here we are. Pretty much the whole world has an email address at some point from somewhere. And
it feels old, right?
It feels old,
right? Doesn't it?
No, it feels old.
Because now you go to an email and you got to open your email, you got to find it, you got to hit compose.
Yeah. Well, the people who saw the value in it, are the billionaires of today. They're the AT&Ts, they're the Verizons, the big Qualcomm companies. They're the ones who saw the value in what this was going to become. And here we are. Look at us. We've got people in Germany. We've got people in Utah. You got people in Los Angeles, and we're all coming together and doing balloon launches.
Going to space.
We're going to space practically. Yeah, we're knocking on the door of Web 3.0. So, I think that's what, I totally understand this. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still wading through these waters, but you force yourself to learn this stuff because it's coming, whether you like it or not. And there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and hopefully we're part of the ups, because I think the initiative, the purpose behind it, the drive behind it, the intent behind it, it all comes from a place of genuine care. So I think I hope that'll elevate, you know, our platform here to bigger and better things. But who is this fine looking gentleman next to you?
Yeah.
Charlie from Blind Frog Ranch.
Hey, Charlie from do you own Blind Frog
Charlie
Ranch?
from Blind Frog Ranch.
I love it. Wait, what did you just say there? I missed the second part.
Oh, he just repeated it. He's Charlie from Blind
Charlie
Frog Ranch.
All right, Charlie. Well, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here.
Doing great. I've been out to, excuse my attire, I've been out to ranch this morning, so you don't dress up to go out there.
Did you see any UAPs?
Not this morning, no.
Well, if you had dressed any differently.
Well, I can't talk to the fact that I've actually seen one. I've seen what I believe was cloaking, where you'll have a cloud and that cloud doesn't move, but all of the clouds around it are moving, and that one's stationary. So you know, you see that a lot, but so you have to suspect that something's behind that cloud.
So I was gonna say I would hope that's the way you dress every day as a rancher. I'm not expecting to see any ties or wingtip shoes from you.
Well, this is actually my best clothes right here.
Well, you're a handsome fellow. I tell you, if I put you in a real suit, I think you'd turn some heads out here in Los Angeles. You'd be like a grunge daddy out here.
No, I don't need to be out in Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh, I love making ranchers turn red. But okay, so Richard, you've got some updates from Germany, right? Because we lost contact with Germany. So what's happening in Germany? Thank you so much.
So yeah, so Germany got very bad weather. So you've seen when the balloon went up and how quickly it went out of view. So it was about 50 miles per hour wind speed. Right now, you see how far it went so far.
It's moving. I mean, when the last time we looked at it a couple minutes ago, it was just going over, what was it?
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Somewhere there, yeah. It's quickly speeding up. The higher it gets, the more speedy it gets.
Yeah, so right now the speed is 121 miles per hour.
Wow.
And it's at or it's slowed down to 106 miles per hour. It's actually coming down in altitude. It's at 8,900 feet now.
True. It was on 1,100.
Yeah,
11,000.
11,000 the last time we checked on it. So I hopefully the weather hasn't messed this up too bad. But yeah, I mean it sounds like
rain.
the weather. Yeah, it maybe yeah. Go ahead, Chris. What were you saying? Chris, what were you saying?
Must have taken up. It could just be a tracking error as well.
Yeah.
From it should transfer it up to the satellite and then track it back down.
Yeah.
So any comms with Christian? Have you heard from him, Richard? Did we lose him?
No, bad weather, rain, very, very stormy, thunder and lightning. Good. So also the network went down to edge performance. So no chance for streaming video.
Okay, so we have weather. That's why we did dual balloon launches.
Yeah,
we had to get these payload to space.
Well, I remember when we were first talking about this, we were only going to do one balloon from Utah.
Yes.
And so yeah, this is a great thing that we did too. So just in case one, you know, I mean, look, you're going to send balloons up to space. Things could go wrong.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, we mentioned about the collaboration. You know, I hope Mick West actually joins the UAP Society. You know, we need those skeptical viewpoints as well. You know, we need everybody on the team. So anyone
that Mick West, we're calling you out, buddy. We need you.
I hope you're on. I'll send you an NFT, Mick. You know, just get a MetaMask wallet, send it to me. You can be a part of the community. I think you would be a valuable member.
Yeah,
so
I'd love to see
I invite everybody. You know, Stephen Greer wants to join. You're welcome to join. And actually, we cannot stop you. We physically cannot stop anyone.
Right. It's for
from
everyone.
Buying an NFT. It's decentralized. So all of us, you know, everyone that started it, right? I die or something happens. Everyone goes away that is in the current UAP society that started this. It still goes. It still goes. Yeah, the NFTs still work, right? If the people that own the NFTs are invested in it, right? And that's why it has a financial aspect to it, right? Because you invest with your time and your money. right? Because everybody talks a big game, right? Everybody talks like, oh yeah, we're going to share. We're here to do the work. We'll do it at whatever it costs. And then you put a contract in front of them, right?
Right.
And now all of a sudden they get all scared, right? Or you
Yeah.
ask them to put money on the table. All of a sudden, oh, I didn't know you were going to ask for money. It's like, okay, well, you don't really want to find the truth, do you? You know?
No.
So, yeah. So either way, anyone who is dedicated to finding the truth, come join, right? We can't stop you anyway, right? So
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Real quick, we got a couple of questions and super chats here for you, Chris. The first from Travis Roberts. He says, "Is that shirt for sale yet? Awesome logo. Thanks, guys."
Cool. Thanks. We have some here actually. The shirt costs us $28 to make, but you can buy it for $25.
Hey.
A contribution to you. We're contributing to you guys. So we do have shirts available, $25. Yeah, this is Colin. So C Stone, he's our artist. He designs our AI art. Is actually our NFTs we'll be releasing on Sunday. We will reveal those things on Sunday. So Lou and Richard, you both, and Paul, all have one of these Congress of 42 NFTs. But right now they're hidden, so nobody can actually see them. We don't know. We randomize behind it. We randomize what NFTs are. We each have. So on Sunday, we will reveal it. So Web3 technology, we can reveal all the NFTs, and now we'll each see whoever's purchased a Congress of 42 or an ambassador or a team member. Now we'll get to see actually what we have. I think it should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think it's.
David. Come here, David. Speaking of ambassadors, right here, okay, is David. He's also on the team. Awesome. So David, where you just flew in today?
Yeah, I just got here at about 5:30 in the morning, so working on about an hour and a half of sleep here, but this is exciting. I want to add something here. If you guys have watched any of the videos that Chris and I have made together, we've talked a little bit about how he set things up as NFT, the Web 3.0, blockchain technology. If you don't know anything about any of that stuff, don't let it scare you. Here's the bottom line. You are investing in something that is 100% transparent now, unlike centralized information from government or any regular organization. So I've said this once before, I'll say it again. Chris has really checked off all the boxes on delivering something that is amazing because he's bringing in information. They're doing things like this balloon launch, this out to space. They're gathering as much data as they can, and then they're putting it in a system that guarantees transparency. No one can ever mess with it. No one can ever taint it. It will be available to everybody appropriately so that we can all actually share that data and that information. And on top of that, he's giving you the potential to invest in it and gain monetarily, meaning make some money off of it because of the NFTs and the way that it's structured. So if you can wrap your head around two things, it's one, decentralized information, completely transparent, not governed by anything other than us as a collective whole. And then the second thing is you can make some good money. So, you know, Chris has put together some amazing things and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to get me one of those shirts. Healthy MBS with $10 says 90 to 99. Former United States Air Force communications guy. What is 90 to 99?
Year.
Chris, you probably know more than I do on that. Or Richard, do you what are you
Year
gonna say?
1990.
He's a USAF, right? What did he say? USAF communications guy.
Yep.
Thanks for flying the fast birds. Awesome, man. Thanks, Healthy MBS.
Is 90 to 99 the years they served, or is that like a certain...
that looks
Got
like he served then as a comm guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Healthy, for the donation and your service. Appreciate it. John Hunsley with a
Hunsley!
two-pound donation says, "Hi there, Chris."
No, don't run by that.
Wait,
All right,
what
here's
do we
the
got? What
payload.
is that?
Hunsley. Okay, here we go. Here's the balloon.
Oh.
Okay, the payload. All right.
Hey, it's Jim
There's the
Segala.
camera. We can get it up close.
I
And
know
Jim
this
Segala.
guy. Oh, Chris, we can't hear. We can't hear you. Get
Okay,
the
sorry,
mic,
here you go.
Get the mic there with Jim.
We have batteries, we have instrumentation that's inside that's going to be recording the entire flight. And once we get it back, we're going to be able to see exactly what's going on as this thing travels. We have all these stickers on it. So if somebody does find it, hopefully they call us up.
Yeah.
So there's tons of electronics on this. and there's going to be a lot of cameras. There's going to be one camera pointing down so we can see the Earth disappear underneath it. We're going to be recording electromagnetic energy. We're going to record gamma. We're going to record gravity vectors, all sorts of stuff. The important thing is that this is going to give us data on a flight going up so we know where the origin of these signals that are coming from. So that's our goal with this, and our stickers are falling off. So we're going to attach this thing to the balloon, let it go flying up into the stratosphere, and hopefully the data that it brings back will be something that we can use in a scientific sense.
Yeah, and this is actually your equipment right here, right? This little thing here. Maybe you can show them that, and it just.
We've got equipment in here that we've had for about 3 years that we've used in the basin. We've never had it up in the air. This is the first time it'll be actually flying. But right now it's recording data and it's going to send it back to us. And it's designed to pick up anomalies, basically.
What are if we do pick up something anomalous with that, Jim? What do you expect to see out of it? What are sort of the readings that you'll be looking for to determine whether or not something anomalous has either interacted with this or flown by it?
Well, what the interesting thing is that we know we get anomalous signals here in the Uinta Basin. We don't know if they originate from the ground or originate up in the air. So as you get farther up in the air, if the signal strength gets bigger, that means it's coming from up. If it's getting smaller, that means it's coming from below us. So each one will give us some incredible data to think about and redesign the way that we do things. But this is going to be amazing.
Very cool. And can you tell us a little bit about what else you'll be doing there this weekend, Jim?
So we're going to be, Chris and I and a bunch of other people that are involved in this sector of the world. We're going to be looking at some video from this was shot by the who was it shot by?
Apache Longbow.
Yep. And we're going to give our opinion as what we think it is, seeing that we've seen a lot of videos, we've seen a lot of things like this, and we're going to look at it in a scientific sense and give our opinions, basically.
Excellent. So how far are we away from this launch in Utah, boys?
I think we're about 2 minutes, maybe.
That was it. He's running outside with it now. So
yeah,
this is what we
bring out.
Yep, and we have our NFTs will be in there shortly.
Yes.
Looking down will be the live stream. So I'll let you run out there, Jim. Okay. This is our live stream camera. So this will be live streaming down, looking down. So we'll see that just for a few thousand feet.
Cool, and we'll be able to stream that to this stream.
Yes, it should be in there right now. You should already see it.
Don't
if
see
it isn't,
it yet.
we need to make sure it is.
Yeah. Let's get it in there.
Whilst this guy's outside.
Well, all right. So then what else are we missing here, Chris? What else do people need to know about either the symposium or the initiatives that we're launching today?
Well, we can talk a little bit more about this Sky 360 system. I think this is really kind of the crutch. Where's Brad? Do we have Brad?
Oh yeah, Brad is there.
Yeah, I know he's here running around somewhere.
I've seen him shortly, yeah.
Yeah, so we can talk through really. I've had a lot of people ask, what are we going to use the initial funding for the UAP Society? So if we can sell 10,042 NFTs, which is our collection size, if we can sell it for 0.1 Ether, then we'll be able to raise over $1 million just for science, our science initiatives. Yep. So, and that's just the initial cost, right? Anytime an NFT
and again, that's 0.1 Ether.
0.1,
right?
0.1.
0.1. Like
so ETH right now is $1,800.
I've been because you made me make my MetaMask and my wallet and all that stuff. So I was looking at some of these NFTs and I was like, man, if Chris Lato sent me 0.01 and that's $20, what is this one worth 20 ETH worth? And then I look at it, it's like $100,000 or something like that. I'm like, damn, that's insane. And it's a thriving community. Like it's endless the amount of things that can be created in that platform. So I mean, I think it's exciting. It's exciting, and I can see the potential of how this could fund something like what you guys want to do with the Sky 360. But yeah, continue.
I think it's happening. It's just happening so fast.
Right.
There's across so many different sectors that people just don't know what's going on. You just don't realize the revolution or the innovation in technology is happening, but it's happening right now. Like it really is. And so all these people, they'd send me these, email or comment messages. I just got to laugh because they just have no clue really how much this is going to change. I think for the better, all the bureaucracy we deal with. Because right now you think about it, even though we use computers, really you're still passing paperwork. You're still passing a paper. You pass a picture of a paper over email, and all of a sudden that's digitized. It's like, no, it's not, because you still need a person on the other end to read it, to process it. You need their brain. We have PDF reading technology, but it's not very good. You still need humans. That's why it's such a pain in the ass, right? Everyone in the world bitches about bureaucracy. I mean, bureaucracy is terrible. So this has the way just to remove that bureaucracy. Oh, okay, so let's get back to the initial funding. The initial funding now, so we'll have, the idea is over $1 million strictly for science, okay? So a large part of that is gonna go to quickening the development of this system, okay? So what you see here, this is a fisheye lens, okay? It looks up, it's a fisheye lens, so it can cover the whole sky, and it's just searching 24/7, okay? It can see in the dark 24/7 for anything flying overhead, okay? So anything flying overhead. Now we're writing the AI algorithms to work on kinematics, okay? If something moves too fast across the sky, it's gonna cue that as an anomaly. So it'll cue it as an anomaly. And now it cues the point to zoom or pan tilt zoom, PTZ. This camera now is going to zoom in. So that's the camera where it's going to zoom in. Everyone's asking, where are the HD videos? Where's all the good data? And the idea is this will get it. That's the idea, right? We can have these out dispersed by first quarter next year. You're talking a little over 6 months, okay? And this AI will be ready September. Okay, so these things are in the pipeline, and we can speed that up. Richard, did I say anything wrong there?
No,
okay,
quite correct so far.
Exactly. Yeah. So Richard, his team, right? Volunteers. It's a nonprofit organization in Austria. They don't make any money. They go show up every Sunday for hours. These guys, all volunteers, working on this stuff. And I went for 3 weeks, and I just couldn't maintain it, man. It's very difficult. And so they've just been grinding on this thing. And so they have the enclosures built. That is designed. They're built in the UK, right? But there's logistical issues sending it.
Well, let me ask this: if we reach our goal of funding and we're able to purchase all of these units and put out, how many units did you say, Richard, would be ideal? 100 and how many?
So we did a calculation once to have a station every 30 kilometers, because every station has, depending on the sensors, or quite a range. So optically, we have a range about 400 kilometers vertical.
Okay.
But to have them at 30 kilometers distance creates such a dense net that you can track anything that moves.
Right.
I mean, really anything. So from drones to birds to planes, we can track it globally. Then we reduced we came up to a number of 600,000 stations that are needed to cover the land masses of the planet. But we know there's deserts, there are mountains, so where no civilization is. So we broke it down to a quarter of that number. So we think about 150,000 is the number to cover the civilization part of that planet.
Right. So then let me ask you this: what would it take? Because we've got a team of volunteers that just for one, how many people would you need to decipher all of that data? And how would we fund that part of it?
So actually, it is an automated system. So it tracks, it classifies, and analyzes by itself. It's just software, and that's the most important part. So first of all these stations have to be a homogeneous hardware, more or less. So we have a bandwidth of, but we need the software that is the same on all these stations, so we can really triangulate and have the same values from station to station. That's very necessary. Yeah.
150,000.
Yeah.
It's so ambitious, right?
Yeah, we take it for the next 10 years. That's the plan. It will take us 10 years.
How much would it take? How many do we need to cover a hotspot such as Los Angeles? If we want to cover the whole metropolitan area.
A good question to you. What do you think?
I think it would take 9.
Los Angeles.
9?
For the whole area.
Lou, what do you think? Greater Los Angeles area.
The whole greater Los Angeles area, I'd probably say, I'll go one more. I'll go 10. Just play it safe.
Yes, you're both right. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 9. Yeah, exactly.
About 9.
Yeah.
So this is actually a
Chris
low
nailed it.
investment if you think about it. If you have,
Right.
if you consider the complete station with passive radar, with video tracking, also optical tracking, and take other sensors, you get for $5,000.
Right.
And to cover Los Angeles takes you $45,000. So this is one of our ideas in the future, to find stewards that do stewardships for cities. So to say, for example, a smaller city, I don't know, where are you in Vernell? Probably Vernell only needs one.
Vernal, could be 1, 2 systems, right? We want 2 just to have triangulation.
Triangulation, yeah.
Just so you have better idea.
We also want to, excuse me.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Let's look outside.
Finish
what
you were. Yeah, well, I was gonna. Before we get that, what were you about to say, though, Richard?
I think it's important to know that those people out there are investing their time and money, but form groups. You don't have to do it alone, because you see, Vernell is quite a city, but you only need 1 station for whole Vernell. Doesn't make sense if you are 3 friends and build up 3 stations next to each other.
Right.
Invest all together. That's
right. That makes sense.
Chris, like UAP group.
True.
Excellent. Let's go outside, everybody. Let's see what's going on out there. Let's see our own
balloon
launch.
update. Oh, look at
balloon launch.
that balloon looks almost ready to go. Well, while we're transitioning out there, Chris, I want to read a couple more super chats for you, because we got quite a big one here. So Chalk and Salt with a $20 donation says, decentralization for the win. Love the Canadian crypto savant. So huge supporter there. We got Level Drone with a $50 donation, just to say
thank you, man.
Thank you. So thank you, Level Drone. Appreciate it. BA Bradster says, hi, Chris. Patreon Bradley here. Wanted to say, yourself, Lou, Richard, and guests are all awesome. Great job. Thank you, Bradster. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Let's see here. D Max with a $10 donation says, this is important work. Thank you for the effort and focus in these difficult times. Peace and love from Ireland. What do you got, Chris?
I have an accidentally accessed camera. So you can see the room here. We can go through the room.
Oh, yeah.
This is Blind Frog Ranch Outpost. You can check it out. This was full. They actually just left.
So this is where all of the conferences will be happening.
Power right there.
Yeah, thank you guys there. Whoever you are, Mustache Power. Excellent work.
Mustache Power.
Excellent, excellent work you guys did.
Well, thanks for the donations, everybody.
We got a few. Well, hold on, we got a couple more here. So one from Science Bob. Hey, Science Bob. It says, hello, Richard, Lou, Chris. I am on board. He's in.
Hi,
and then
Thank you,
you've got Bill Ferguson with a $20 donation. Just that no message, just I guess for support. Thank you, Bill. And then you got a $300 donation here, Chris, from T Goodson. He says, you know me as Tommy G. Good luck this weekend.
Wow.
Tommy, you rock.
So generous.
Yeah, so generous.
Give us your MetaMask wallet if you ever do, and we'll give you we'll send you an NFT for that.
Yeah, that's so set up your MetaMask wallet, you guys. And hello, Annie. I don't know if you can go to the chat, Chris, on the YouTube channel and just pin. Hello, Annie is putting up some great links here, but this one in particular for the Join UAP Society Discord. If you want to go into the messages and just pin that so people can just click on that and save it. So if they want to go check it out later, that could be cool and just easy for everybody who's tuning in, or if you're tuning in late, they'll have that link. So I'll try and get that pin for you, Ali. I appreciate the help. I know she's a moderator on the channel, so we truly appreciate it. Chris, can you still hear me? Oh, let's see here. Looks like the feed from the phone.
Yeah, stopped.
I don't know if we're getting his audio out there.
Of selfies and selfies.
Okay, there we go. All right, I got your audio now, Chris. And be patient with us here, guys. They're outside. We might have some technical difficulties here. Yeah, we lost the one camera.
He doesn't know that the camera is on.
Yeah.
So he holds it still in his hand.
All right, so we got Nowitzki's out there.
There.
We've got Paul Hynek, Jim
Blue here has
Segala.
seen a weather balloon launch before. Or a
Well,
space- you have.
other than the one.
Let's talk to this guy. How's it going? You've seen a launch before.
Yes, I have. Where? Arizona, I believe. No, it was Farmington, New Mexico. Farmington.
Yeah. Was everything okay?
Yeah.
Are you seeing this kind of same stuff here now? Does it look like they're doing it correctly?
Yeah.
If my mustache crew can hear me, let Chris know that he can't hear us, and we also lost his second camera feed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got the son of J Allen Hynek is holding and helping launch this balloon. This is a pretty cool day, you guys.
This is historic.
This is very unique and very cool.
That's out. Hi.
Oh, there we go.
How have you enjoyed this?
I've enjoyed this much. I'm partnered with Jim Segala in the research, and this is one of Michelle Miners, and this is Jessica Blunt, participants that is in our studies that we're doing.
Excellent. Yeah. So Michelle, you've worked Skinwalker and Blind Frog, right?
At one time, yes.
All right. Cool. We go to Alexei here. You're looking kind of frustrated, man. It's all right.
Wait, why is Alexei frustrated? What happened?
The phone. Looks like the phone came unconnected, so they're gonna have to do some surgery here last minute.
Okay. All right. Man, the wind is kicking there right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's what I'll do while they're doing that, let's go ahead and bring up the satellite image from the first balloon that we launched earlier today. And it's still moving. We still got a track on it. Let me go ahead and reset it.
Where are
see
you guys
if
from?
it comes up with anything new.
Hey, how's it going? Where are you guys?
Is this refreshed? Is this current?
I don't think it's current. Let me refresh it.
What are your expectations? Where's this thing gonna go?
I think you see that plane out there? I think it's gonna go through that patch of sky and then blow up.
Let's see here. Trace 5.
Well, we'll see. It certainly looks full enough. I think it's gonna.
Oh,
go
we lost? Oh, we lost. Did we lose the track of it?
I don't know.
I got it here, but I don't see the track that it was on anymore.
It should have stored the track on that server.
It's about a tank this big.
Well, it seems like the altitude.
I can't read it, but that's the timestamp tell.
Yeah, the timestamp says 3:04:44. So that was about a half hour ago, a little less than a half hour ago.
Okay.
So is when the last update we got, and I refreshed this, so it's still at the same altitude.
GoPro from Brad, and that basically.
I think it lost connection somehow.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the storms. I have a feeling the storms are probably having something to do with that. Yeah.
Camera up. We have one camera down, which is a
I think so too. Yeah.
Actually having to
because it came very quickly, the bad weather. So.
Yeah.
Strong winds.
That it kind of came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, we're going for 9,000.
There's a high in over UK and a low over Finland, and so this is pumping air from the northwest into Germany.
Ideal situation.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully, we'll get some updates here in a couple minutes. We'll see what happens here.
So we want to
but let's listen in to Chris and see what he's saying here. See if we can get any insight on what's shaking with the balloon.
Hey, this is a weather balloon, and I can't prove it's not, right?
Right.
But the more times we actually see what a weather balloon actually looks like, the more it'll help, right? What's that? Yeah. So we have the actual weather balloon.
Yeah, the wind is definitely speeding up.
Yeah, it's It's getting really windy over there too. I mean, doesn't look like any storms. There's no storms coming into Vernal, right?
And so he has a telescope set up on the ground.
Can you check?
Yeah, let me see if I can get a weather report out there.
Germany that you're syncing up with, is that right?
Yes, they did their own balloon launch. So that was 1 hour ago, right? And so now we should be, basically that balloon should be exploding as we speak.
Nope, no rain. It says precipitation is at 2%. So looks like the weather's pretty nice out there.
So does it say wind speed?
Wind speed 15 miles per hour.
Partner.
Okay.
So basically, we are going to support them because they are a nonprofit dedicated to open source data about UAPs. So we're basically working with them. We want to provide funding from our NFT ventures to fund their projects to gain open source data for UAPs.
Oh, are we ready to launch here? Looks like they're ready to go.
Hopefully many more.
Yes, this is it.
If you can see if the onboard camera's rolling now.
Okay. Thank you, man. Hey, Lou, they're asking,
Yep.
Can you see the onboard camera? From the
I
balloon?
do not see the onboard camera in the StreamYard yet.
And do you see? Paul Hynek is the only one holding the balloon.
Yeah.
I hope he's heavy enough.
Do not lose Paul Hynek.
Do not play Mary Poppins.
Hey, Lou, are you seeing the stream from the
No,
balloon?
I'm
Balloon
not.
payload?
No. Nope.
Okay, we'll just do maybe 1 more minute, and then we'll just launch it without it, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Hey, just somebody's asking in the chat, how much do weather balloons cost?
The actual materials you can get from Stratoflight. So they sell different kits. It goes up to €1,000. If you get all of the tracking software and GPS, you can get it for cheaper. And then you have the actual helium. It's probably about almost the same expense again.
So we're live.
1,000. There it is. Excellent.
We got it.
It's on the
And
balloon.
And
Yes.
we can hear them. We can hear them, which is great too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. We got it. I'll go let them know that we're good.
Hey, real quick, Chris, while you're walking out there, what was frustrating Alexi? I heard you ask him. He looked a little frustrated.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that.
Okay. Sorry about that, Lou.
No, that's okay.
What was your question?
So my question is, you said that Alexi was looking a little frustrated, but did they figure it out?
I think he got it. He was worried that they just sealed everything up, and then they got word that the stream was stopped.
Oh, okay.
So
All right,
it's
well,
kind of like everything was
it's
done.
looking
There it
pretty
is.
good
All right,
so
I'm gonna
far,
go
yeah.
outside. If you guys want to see this launch, you better go outside.
Let's go ahead and
All right.
do this.
Hold on, we gotta do a countdown.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a countdown, everybody. Are you ready to launch, Alexei? Are you ready to launch?
3, 2, 1.
All right, we're gonna do a countdown first. Let me know when you're ready.
Hold it. Okay.
Oh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. UAP Society. Launch to space.
Yeah.
Clear that tower.
Clear the tower, please. Clear the tower. Awesome. I think the stream froze on it. It's pretty much just frozen. That's all right.
Seems
It's
That's
so
still
cool.
pretty cool.
It's flying smooth.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
That's so cool. Thanks, Carl. Thanks.
Excellent. Well, so I mean, what are you feeling right now, Richard, as you see that go up in the sky?
So first of all, we see them longer than the one in Germany.
Yeah, if you want to get in
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is
That's a good
true.
one.
Yeah, that's a good start for sure.
It's a path. Okay, it's a path because it's all different, right? It's not so complicated, but everything's different. So you just take your time. Don't get frustrated. You know, it's just you get into it slowly. So start there, and then it's on our Discord. So really, the true community is on our Discord, UAP Society. Yeah, it's another app.
What a pity that the stream broke.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be
that's
nice to see downwards.
It would be cool.
Yeah,
it would be cool, but I mean, it's understandable. I mean,
awesome, man. Thanks for being here.
I hope it is still recorded locally.
Yeah, I bet it still records locally, but I'm really impressed with how far we've been able to track it so far just with the camera.
$80. Because the transaction fees on that are around $30 to $50.
Very cool. I mean,
So Midquest, this is a weather balloon.
Yeah. Do you know if we have GPS tracking on this one, Richard? Like we did with the first one?
Should be.
Okay.
But I think we have to ask Alexei for the link.
Okay. I'm trying to get another trace here on the first balloon to see if maybe it kicked back in. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it's still got the last time at 3:04, the last time it checked in. So
when it was hit by lightning.
What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley, welcome. Where are you from?
From here as well.
Okay. And is this your first weather balloon launch?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
How's it going? What's your name?
Mike Taylor from
Mike Taylor.
Sedona, Arizona.
Sedona, man. That's a ways. How'd you get up here?
We drove up here. We're on a little road trip.
There's a lot of UAPs in that area, right? Out in Sedona.
So we're here kind of representing.
So there's a camera on board that looks up to the balloon. So we expect to see that the balloon, the higher it gets, the bigger it becomes because the air pressure is lower. So it increases its volume until it explodes.
This was a question I had for Chris Lato a couple weeks ago when we were first talking about this, and maybe you can add to this, Richard. But Strafe Wilson is asking what laws governing these homemade launches. As far, I think he's got aviation concerns. Is this something safe to do? And what kind of who do you have? You have to go through a certain list of people to let them know, hey, we're launching this balloon at this time from this space. But if you could talk about that a little bit, just sort of set people's minds at ease that we're not just doing this, we're not telling anybody.
No, you have to register with the FAA.
Definitely.
Because you're launching into flight space, flight paths.
Right.
So you get a window where they say you can.
Right. So just so you know, Strafe, these balloons are launched with the FAA or whatever aviation entities because we launched one in Germany as well. So you know those entities have all been alerted. These are totally legal and safe launches. So, but yeah, great question because that was a question I had as well. Somebody said it looks like a weather balloon to me. I think it's safe to say, yeah, it's definitely a weather balloon. I don't think. Hopefully, we won't see this next week as some brand new UFO footage. That would be very disappointing. But let's listen and let's see what Chris is saying now.
You know, and he's like, I'm not getting in there. And then, crazy enough, here come two military helicopters with the guys looking. That was the end of it. Nothing ever said on TV. Nothing.
Oh, it's interesting. When was this? What year?
Maybe like 2012.
Okay, Lake Havasu. We went there in pilot training. We would go out there and cause problems. Yeah.
We answered this question earlier, but just so you know, new people that are coming into the chat. Again, how long is this balloon in orbit for, or until how long until it touches down? I guess again.
Yeah, so it depends on the weather situation, of course, but it's expected to be 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
but it can go up to 8. Yeah, before it explodes, but it can be up to 8 hours. Depends how quickly it raises up.
It rises,
it rises. But I think for today, Tobias expected between 3 to 4 hours before explosion.
Okay. Do you have a note attached to the balloon? Yes, there are notes attached to the balloons. There's ways to get in contact with the people who launched it. So yeah, great question. All of that stuff is in the payload. Let's see what Chris is saying right now.
You guys about to bolt?
Let's see. Oh, they're about to go chase the balloon, I think.
Oh, my pleasure. I can't wait to go.
Cool. Where did our? Oh, he ran off.
Jessica here. You should talk to Jessica because it was some of her actual personal experiences that started this whole UAP scientific project to get engineered that could pick up the data when interesting things are seen in the sky or on the ground. So it's kind of her interaction with Jim and Michelle that led to Jim knowing how to construct the device and what to look for and what type of signals to detect. So Jessica's really interesting.
Jessica.
So you should definitely come and talk about that.
Face the camera. Yeah. Yes. Your name is Jessica, I guess. Where are you from?
I am from Neola. I'm from Leeuwen Basin.
Okay, cool. Have you seen any crazy stuff?
Yes, I have. So in 2019, I had a really profound experience that happened driving from Vernal to Roosevelt, and it actually caused my body to go into a complete changeover. My neurological makeup and changed. The doctors, that's what happened when I saw the UAP. And so because of that, it's been really important for me that I think everybody around here has that validation of being able to know that these things are around. But over the last 3 years, Jim and I have worked together, Dr. Sagala and I, on creating a program. So the MUPAS program is collecting a lot of the data that I have occur around me, and now hopefully we can have an opportunity to have others collect that data too, and also feel comfortable sharing their stories.
Exactly. You know, Andy Marcel, his flight was delayed, but his big thing was the stigma. You know, is still really, really powerful. And so how can we get rid of the stigma, I guess, or maybe by doing these events, I guess?
I think that the more that people can share that they have had these experiences, but once they know that there's, the faces and they see, like, you can come and talk to us. I've had a lot of older people come and talk to me about things that have happened back in the 80s and 90s. But even now with social media and a lot of the things that we see with our cameras, it's pretty instant. And so most people will share, go outside and go look, see if you can see this. Granted, not everybody is going to have a neurological change and immune system completely made over by the crafts that you see, but we don't want people to be afraid, but we want people to know that they are validated in their experiences, and there is no shaming at all, whether you're here, whether you're in another part of Utah or another part of the country. They're here. They're here.
Excellent. Yeah, well, come to UAP Society. We'd love to have your viewpoint. Anyone else? Yeah, thank you. Cool. Thanks. Okay, let's go inside, check it out. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Excellent. Can you real quick, Richard, if you can, somebody was also asking what's the max height these balloons might reach?
Well, it depends on the material and the size of the balloon. So I think this is a kind of a latex rubber mix with powder in it. It's good thick quality. So it depends on the price and the size, basically. But let's say 40, 50,000 feet should be possible.
So what happened to the live stream of the balloon?
Okay, question. So the live stream of the balloon pretty much stopped as soon as he launched.
As soon as he launched? As soon as he launched?
Yeah, as soon as it launched.
Okay, we were hoping it would go up to 10,000.
That's all right. That's
yeah.
All right.
All right, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Alexi.
Yeah.
How do you feel, man? Yeah, it's
So,
you drove
from
all
the beginning
way
of time to the end of time. Mankind's quest for knowledge is but a dream. For too long have world governments been keeping UAP secrecy. UAP Society aims to decentralize scientific research in the UAP topic. This is just another day in man's story. However, it's a great moment of humanity's glory.
So good.
Hey,
well said.
Thank you, Alexei.
Look at you. I love
Thank
it,
you,
man. He used in and out of there. He's like, later. Love it.
Cool. Well, we have it's filling up in here. any other last minute things? Can we check in any updates from Germany?
So from Germany, the last track that we got on the balloon was at 3:04 p.m. Yeah, we haven't really, nothing new has come in since then. So that was about 40 minutes ago, the last check that we got, live check that we got from the balloon itself. But it hasn't updated since then. So we don't know. I mean, we do know that there was some big storms coming in that rolled in. So that could be possibly what's happening there. I know Richard had said it's possible that it's still traveling up, but we're just not going to know until we know, I think, right? Is that fair to say, Richard?
Yeah.
Well, they will go ahead. So they will recover the balloon, hopefully. Okay, so we'll have all the data from Germany, hopefully, and all the data from this balloon as soon as Alexei drives out and recovers it. So we'll
that's
make
where he was
I'll
off
make
to
a video.
now, right?
We'll have a video ready for Sunday, so we can show that. Hopefully, we have that just amazing imagery. I know the Sky 360 guys. They made this cool light box, so it should be like glow in the dark. We'll see how that works. We'll see how it looks. But thanks to everybody. You know, and any other questions? Getting kind of wild in here, so I think we'll end it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I have any other. Just wanted to double check. Yeah, we had one more thing. One $10 donation from Alexander Morris. It just says
thank
super
you,
sticker.
Alexander.
And then Artificer. Yeah, I think I got that right. Dude, guys, Tism for getting thank you so much. Okay, sorry. Sometimes these acronyms I get messed up. Dude, guys, thank you so much for getting the schematics and plans together. We will find there are not definitive answers. So I truly appreciate the donation. But yeah, man, this was a fun day. This is really cool. Chris. Congratulations on the launch. Congratulations to everybody all around. I think this weekend is going to be really, really cool. I can't wait. I can't wait until Monday or Tuesday when everything's out and we can all talk about it and dissect it. But we got to get your butt on my show and we'll talk about it. And yeah, man, this is really, really cool.
It was so cool, man. Seeing the balloon, you know, it looks so cool. I hope it was captured on the video.
Oh no, well, whoever was controlling the camera outside.
Come up here, man.
Yeah. Give these guys some credit.
Mustache Power Clovis here.
Excellent.
Happy to help out. It's great to be involved in science.
I got to tell you, man, excellent job. And also, whoever was filming the balloon out there where you are, really great job tracking that on the camera. Really good. So,
cool.
So yeah, man, I thought
that was
awesome.
this guy. Thank you guys.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent job. Thanks to Blind Frog Ranch, Outpost. Thanks to Dwayne Ollinger for setting this up. Thanks to Bob and company for coming from Mega UFO. They really funded the whole symposium. Thanks for having us here. So hope you guys are on board UAP Society. We're serious, man. We're legit. Like, we're all in on this. So we're going to do it. So you can yell at me about NFTs all you want. I'm still going to do it. So,
hey, man, yelling or
let's
not,
do it, guys.
You're doing it whether there's people yelling or not. So
thanks, Richard. Thanks to Christian Ambrose. Thanks, Sky 360. Thanks to everybody else.
Thanks, Chris, for all your efforts.
Yeah, Richard, what were your final thoughts here of the day?
So, great start for the UAP Society. A thing that should also be fun in it. I love it that citizen science really grows from grassroots. That's what we see here.
Yeah, no, this is truly a grassroots effort, and if anybody knows me, knows that I love that. But Chris, are there any final words, any place that you will tell people, hey, get to this spot now, reserve your space? What do you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Yeah, so if you want to participate, go to uapsociety.com. If you want to see the rest of the symposium, go ahead. There's a link in the description. It actually supports my channel, Lato Files channel, so you can use that to actually see the rest of the symposium. But just getting engaged, okay? It's gonna take some time to learn the new technology. Go to uapsociety.com, participate in the Discord, have an open mind, and we hope we'll get there, man. That's the point. We want to bust through.
And just so you guys know, this UFO Disclosure Symposium, which is happening this weekend, there's going to be a lot of speakers. Dr. Travis Taylor, Avi Loeb, L.A. Marzulli, Jaime Musan, Paul Hynek, as you guys saw there. Chris will be doing a presentation, and we've also got Andy Marcial, who helped release the footage along with Micah Hanks. So have a feeling they'll be doing a presentation together. And I see Dave Falch here as well, who's already done a breakdown of the new video that's come out today. But if you guys can't make it to Utah, you can do a live stream access of all 3 days for $70. You can get to see all of these people speak and interact and have a good time with it. I think, we were going over the prices of the festival in my stream earlier. We're like, for $300, this is a pretty damn good price to get a VIP access to something. If you go to a food and wine festival, or if you go to, any other concert or anything like that, you'll pay infinitely more than what you're paying to come see these guys.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're making any money actually, because it includes 2 dinners. It includes 2 dinners.
Right.
Yeah, it costs a lot to put these things on.
A lot of
You
money.
see all this stuff here.
Yeah.
I don't think Dwayne's making any money.
I think the prices show that, and I think if these were $2,000 tickets and you guys were charging $700 to do the live stream, then I'd be like, you know what, Chris, I think I'm going to sit this one out. But these are reasonable prices at a time where things are usually way more expensive than this. And like I said, like the intentions here feel like they're all coming from the right place. And so, man, I'm excited to see what UAP Society does. I'm excited to see what comes out of the rest of this weekend. And this has been a hell of a month. One hell of a month for this topic. Public hearings. We've got NFT disclosure coins happening. We've got new footage coming out. This is all
movies.
This is all good movies. This is all good stuff. Yeah, we had 3 movies come out this month. I haven't seen the Ariel school setting one, but I'm gonna watch it this weekend. So yeah, it's a really, really, really cool month. And yeah, man, thank you for letting me be a part of it. This was a lot of fun for me to host.
I mean, thank you, Lou. You offered, man, to help host this. It's been a huge help. Thank you so much. I was so impressed with your phone home. I mean, you just mobilized the community. I wouldn't sell yourself short any means, man. You've been a huge part of this movement. So thanks for helping out, man.
I appreciate it. It's my absolute pleasure. Anytime I see people doing good work, I'll always volunteer time to help them however I can. And this was a really easy way for me to help. And so, yeah, man, thank you for having me. This was an absolute blast. So to everyone out there, what do you got, Chris? What are you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say thanks to Mick West for coming. Thanks to everyone else for coming up, for showing up. That's half of it, right? Taking action, doing something positive. Avoid the drama. We don't care about your drama. Okay. So let's just focus on the mission, guys.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right on. Well, Chris, again, thanks, man. This was a lot of fun. If you guys liked me, go check out my channel, The Unidentified Celebrity Review. You can find me there or find me on Twitter here. Richard, where can people find your work?
Sky360.org.
Sky360.org. And of course, you guys are already on the Lato files, so you know where this is. So if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked yet, if you haven't shared the channel, please do so now. It goes a very long way, especially if you can't get into the NFT. If you can't, do the super chats, the best way you can help support is share the show. Share this guy's great work and his passion for this. I mean, I never thought in the year 2022 we would have a retired F-16 fighter pilot not only helping us break down UFO videos, but helping us launch ways to fund more research. Like, this is like the dream, So like this doesn't happen once in a lifetime. Let alone very often. So, dude, like, I cannot appreciate your position, where you come from, your background, your bona fides, and you help add legitimacy to the conversation. So definitely, I don't want to undersell that either. Anytime an F-16 fighter pilot is on our side of the fence and it's helping us fight and it's helping us try to bring clarity and a calm conversation, a rational conversation, it's always, always, always welcome, especially by me with open arms. So I truly have just been in awe watching you this last year and watch your channel grow and where you came from and how this is just you're a face of this now, man. You're truly someone to follow. So and I have no problem following you, no problem at all.
Thank you, man. But it's a collaborative effort, right? So it's decentralized.
Yep, exactly. It's for everyone, and that's the beautiful thing. This is for everyone, and like Jim Segala and like Paul Hynek said, it's 100% transparent. You're going to see where your money goes. You're going to see, and you're going to be always able to see it, and nobody has control over it. You know, we all get to make a decision, especially if the goals are met and you're within that 42. You know, we'll be able to make some real noise and make some real decisions and put money in the places where people need it to research this stuff. So
that's the idea.
I'm excited. It's really cool. Tom Rader, Grendals, with a $200 NOK
Whoa,
donation.
okay.
Best wishes from Norway for the
Thank you,
future.
Tom.
Yeah. So
Hestalen, man. We want to put one of these in Hestalen.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool. Well,
I want to
we
put two
want to put
systems up there.
two in Hesdelin.
Yeah.
Three.
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 Oh, all right.
Okay.
Richard says 3. All right. Why? You know what? 4. Let's
I'm
go
always
4.
three.
All right, you guys. Well, again, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to Chris. You can join the UAP Society Discord. So if you're confused about this, if you're having a hard time signing up, go to the Discord. There's a whole community of people. They're willing to answer any questions you have or help you through anything that you're having trouble with. So lean on the community and trust us. They will help you get through all of these questions and confusion, because this is new for a lot of people. This Web3, this decentralized currency. So you know, we appreciate your transparency, man. I can't say thank you enough. I'll sit here and say thank you for the next 40 minutes, but this is very unique. No one's ever done anything like this. So it's today was a very fun day.
Oh, I'm glad it went. I'm glad it went all right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, we got to recover it. We haven't recovered any balloons.
We haven't. Yeah. Well,
we
please keep us updated on the recovery of
Yeah.
the balloons, because we want to know. Because all of the NFTs are in there. So.
Yeah. So hopefully we get it back.
Yeah, we
So,
got to get at least one of them.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Well, thanks to everybody in the audience. Thanks for everybody being here. Thank you guys. We're signing off. Let's give a hand for everybody. Thank you.
Woo!
It's community. All right,
Excellent
guys.
work, you guys.
Peace out.
Well, for Chris Lato, for Richard, for me, Luis Jimenez, you guys, thank you for tuning in. This was an absolute blast. We'll see you next time. What's your next show coming up, Chris? What are we doing next on the Lato Files?
So I'm taking a break for next Friday.
All
I'm
right,
taking
good for you.
1 week off, and then we'll recover from this and hopefully have a good video ready for you guys in 2 weeks.
Right on.
So,
Cool.
I'm excited.
Awesome. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend out there. Go support UAP Society. Go support what these guys are doing. And yeah, let's get ready for next week when we get to dissect and talk about all this stuff. Until next time, have a great weekend, you guys. And yeah, much love. Peace.